You didn't disappear. You were removed, erased from the pages of their story because you didn't fit their narrative, because you wouldn't beg, because you wouldn't shrink yourself just to be accepted. They called your silence weakness. They called your absence failure. They mistook your distance for defeat. But they didn't see what was happening in the shadows. While they danced in the light, while they shouted their names, while they stood in circles applauding each other, you were beneath it all, rebuilding. Rebuilding in a language no one else understood. The language of pain, the language of nights that don't end, of rooms where no one answers back, of mirrors that show you everything you never wanted to see. You didn't vanish. You were being sculpted by the silence, sharpened by betrayal, tempered by loneliness. Every scar was a blueprint, every heartbreak, a chisel, every no, another log on the fire. You were not retreating, you were reloading. They thought the ghost would stay in the dark, that once a man becomes invisible, he never returns. They forgot one thing: ghosts never die, they just wait. And when they return, it's never for applause, it's never for validation, it's for reckoning. You didn't heal to be seen, you healed to become. And now, what you've become, they're not ready for, because you're not coming back with explanations. You don't owe them your story. You don't need to make them understand. You're not here to fit in anymore. You're here to take up space, not with noise, with presence. You walk differently now, not because you're proud, because you're unbreakable. You speak less, because now every word carries weight. You trust fewer, because you learned not everyone around you was with you. Some were just curious, some were just users, some were praying for your collapse with smiles on their faces. But now, when you enter a room, you don't look for who's watching. You just take your seat, and they feel the shift. Because even without saying a word, they know something's different. They know the version of you they left behind is gone. You came back with your own rhythm, your own fire, your own standard, and you'll never again explain why you walk alone. Because the path you're on wasn't made for crowds, it was made for ghosts, for warriors that rise in silence, for those who build in the ashes of who they used to be. They made you invisible. They made you question everything. But in the void, you found your essence. So now you move with calm fury, not rage, clarity. You don't need to react. You don't need to convince. You simply exist, like a storm no one sees coming. And when they ask, where have you been? You smile, because the truth is, you never left. You just stopped showing up for people who were never meant to walk with you. And now you walk for yourself. You fight for yourself. You build for the one who endured all of it in silence. They thought you were gone. Now they'll never forget you. Not because you're loud, not because you scream, but because what you are now cannot be ignored. A ghost no more. You are the consequence.